Hello, welcome to House News. Indonesia Parliament commits to intensify bilateral relations with South Africa by exploring more partnerships in cultural and economy. Indonesia will kick off its chairmanship of the ASEAN with political crisis in Myanmar as priority. The House trusts the government in an effort to rescue the hostages from the armed criminal group in Papua. Currently, the government's total debt per February amounts to 4 trillion or 29.2% of national GDP. The House asked the government to anticipate the threat of food disruption by maintaining the supply and prices of food commodities. Indonesia is the fifth South Asian country passing its own specific data privacy law alongside Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines. Visiting the National Gallery of Indonesia is one of the top things to do when in Jakarta. We can say it is the best exhibit of art in the city. A great place to learn about former Indonesian presidents, let's pay a visit to Presidential Museum. Museum visit is no longer boring. The National Museum is developing multimedia interactive exhibition to showcase the national culture and history. Indonesia-South Africa Parliamentary Friendship Group of the House holds discussions with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs regarding bilateral visit plan of BKSAP of the House to South Africa. The visit is intended to strengthen cooperation in economy and culture. Chairperson of Indonesia-South Africa Parliamentary Friendship Group or GKSB of the House, Andreas Hugo Pereira meets the Director General for Asia-Pacific and African Affairs of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to discuss bilateral visit to South Africa. The visit will explore various issues between the two countries and continue partnerships in construction and health. Andreas mentions the relations of Indonesia and South Africa have always been strong for decades. Therefore, Andreas expects more cooperations, especially related to economy and cultural sector.
Kita mempunyai hubungan yang baik dengan Afrika Selatan. Nah, tapi beberapa hal yang selama ini hubungan antara kedua negara ini tertunda atau belum dilaksanakan. Nah, tadi kami menginventarisir hal-hal tersebut, misalnya rencana kerjasama di dalam konstruksi. Jadi BUMN kita yang mempunyai kegawean di sana, nah itu beberapa hal masih tertunda. Ada rencana ekspor motor gesit yang belum bisa dilaksanakan, direalisasi. Ada juga kerjasama di bidang kesehatan, ya ada biofarma dan biofarma.
Furthermore, Andreas hopes the cooperations can give a positive impact for both countries in strengthening diplomatic relations. The Indonesian delegation is planned to meet with the ambassador of South Africa to discuss the visit plan more detail as well as explore various issues. Arif Naka, TVR Parlemen report. Member of Commission 1 of the House support the chairmanship of Indonesia in 2023 ASEAN Summit. The House hopes Indonesia can contribute in realizing world peace and bring Southeast Asia country to become more advanced and recognized globally. In a working meeting with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, member of Commission 1 of the House Sukamta points out the event should display Indonesia's readiness for the 2023 ASEAN Summit, including preparation in diplomacy infrastructure and other crucial agenda. Sukamta adds the government should prioritize the issues of Myanmar and Ukraine and hopes the summit can bring Southeast Asia to be more advanced in economy and cultural sector.
Indonesia ini kan menjadi salah satu pilar utama ASEAN. Nah, kita berharap ya sekarang Indonesia punya kesempatan untuk memulihkan kembali reputasi itu menjadi ketua ASEAN. Myanmar akan menjadi ganjalan, tapi kami berharap supaya dia tidak menyandera ASEAN secara keseluruhan sehingga ASEAN tetap bisa tumbuh berkembang secara politik, ekonomi, budaya menjadi masyarakat ASEAN yang dulu sempat kita cita-citakan.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Retno Marsudi explains the concern regarding the conflict in Myanmar. Retno hopes all members of ASEAN can work together with all stakeholders in Myanmar to take steps forward in resolving the issue in Myanmar.
Indonesia kan etnisnya juga banyak, jadi kami paham akan kompleksitinya. Tetapi at the same times kita ingin ASEAN bersama-sama dan tentunya dengan kerjasama semua stakeholders yang ada di Myanmar, terutama junta militer.
Helmi Darmawan, TVR Parlemen Report. Commission 3 of the House requests the government to take serious measures in anticipating separatist fighters such as armed criminal groups in Papua. The House urges the synergy improvement among the stakeholders. Member of Commission 3 of the House, Supriyansa, highlights the abduction of Susi Air pilot in Nduga Regency, Papua. Supriyansa regrets a similar incident keep happening from time to time. Supriyansa encourages solid synergy among the national military, police, and counter-terrorism agency or BNPT to monitor national security threats. In addition, Supriyansa hopes the government give for firm actions against the armed criminal groups or KKB in Papua because this incident has been considered a terrorism threat.
Itu adalah melawan negara. Negara harus hadir. Daripada kita pergi mencari satu orang ini, sementara di sana malah membuat pernyataan. Saya bertanggung jawab atas pembakaran Susi Air. Ya kan? Kan sudah dijelaskan oleh mereka. Orangnya jelas. Carilah pelaku-pelakunya itu. Daripada pergi cari kemana-mana, yang ujung-ujungnya hanya pergi mencari satu orang yang belum tentu juga pelakunya. Bahkan bisa salah tangkap. Nah olehnya itu butuh kesinambungan, butuh kerjasama semua stakeholder.
Meanwhile, member of Commission 3 of the House, Ade Rosi Hoirunisa, asked BNPT to create programs to counter terrorism. Ade Rosi hopes BNPT can provide training and education program for public in order to prevent terrorism.
Menyoroti juga terkait program-program lain di luar itu yang alhamdulillah banyak dilakukan oleh BNPT, misalnya kawasan terpadu Nusantara, kemudian warung NKRI. Ini merupakan terobosan-terobosan yang luar biasa. Fokus kami adalah bagaimana program ini memang harus ada dampaknya terhadap tadi ex-napiter yang sudah keluar, yang telah dilakukan program deradikalisasi oleh BNPT.
Oki Zulindra Kristio, TVR Parlemen Report. Stay here with us on House News only on TVR Parlemen. Commission 5 of the House emphasizes the infrastructure development program can promote national economic growth. However, the House reminds the government to manage the ability to pay international debt. Member of Commission 5 of the House, Hamka Bachokadi, appreciates the budget absorption of Ministry of Public Work and Housing in fiscal year 2022. However, the government still needs to concern on the state debt, which is used to finance the infrastructure development. Hamka hopes the development program can trigger productivity in agricultural sector and strengthen self-sufficiency food. Hamka requests the government to be more careful in managing debt to build infrastructure in order to prevent stagnation in the state budget due to the large amount of debt which is not balanced with the ability to pay.
Oleh karena itu, harus ada keseimbangan antara bagaimana pinjaman luar negeri kita itu dapat berkurang dengan mengarahkan proyek-proyek strategis nasional yang bisa menghasilkan uang. Juga masalah pemerintah memang, kalau kita tidak membangun, kita terlambat juga untuk recovery.
Meanwhile, member of Commission 5 of the House, Suryadi Jayapurnama, promotes productive infrastructure development considering the funding is through debt.
Bisa kemudian kalau kita hitung mampu mengembalikan hutang walaupun tidak secara langsung ya. Nah, jangan sampai kita sudah hutang dengan bunga yang cukup tinggi tapi kita membangun infrastruktur yang tidak produktif, akhirnya mangkrak dan beban negara juga tidak bisa untuk jangka panjang dikembalikan karena perekonomian tidak bisa tumbuh dari infrastruktur yang dibiayai dari hutang tadi.
Helmi and Bondan, TVR Parlemen Report. Commission 4 of the House urges the government to immediately overcome food problems, especially concerning availability, increasing prices, and the issue of food mafia. In a hearing meeting with National Logistic Agency or Bulog, the National Food Agency or Bapanas and ID Food, Member of Commission 4 of the House Suhardi Duka encourages the government to handle the problem of increased price and food mafia in Indonesia. Suhardi mentions Bulog and Food ID still have not the ability to control food production and stock. Therefore, Suhardi expects Bapanas to be able to control food price and eradicate food mafia.
Sesungguhnya, kalau ingin Badan Pangan bisa menjadi pengendali dan stabilisasi harga, maka harus bisa melawan mafia. Mafia pangan kan yang mengendalikan pergudangan, mengendalikan stok. Nah, dengan demikian ya tidak boleh tidak, harus kuasai stok. Nah, beli dari petani. Nah, sekarang ini mafia pangan yang menguasai. Jadi dengan demikian mafia pangan juga mengatur harga dan lain sebagainya. Kalah Badan Pangan Nasional. Jadi saya meminta kepada Badan Pangan Nasional supaya fokus, supaya dialah yang menjadi pengendali, bukan mafia. Nah itu.
Additionally, Suhardi expects the government to provide subsidy in food transportation in order to maintain food price throughout Indonesia. Up to the present, high operational cost in food distribution has caused increase in food and other commodities. Dodi and Teguh, TVR Parlemen, report. Several articles in personal data protection law have been sued by civil society to the Constitutional Court, as they are contrary to the 1945 Constitution. The House emphasizes the law has fulfilled legal requirement and only needs more massive socialization. Member of Commission 3 and also the Legal Counsel of the House Supriyansa says the difference in interpreting the Personal Data Protection Law or UU PDP is reasonable considering the law is still new. With more massive socialization, public will understand more about the importance of UU PDP. According to Supriyansa, UU PDP has been made in line with the principle of the public interest. This means the processing of personal data by the state is used to protect the public's interest broadly.
Semua pihak termasuk DPR ketika turun reses tentunya juga menyampaikan kepada minimal kepada mitra-mitra kerja kita dan termasuk kepada kelompok-kelompok masyarakat menyampaikan tentang visi dan misi terbentuknya yang namanya Undang-Undang PDP ini, sekaligus kalau perlu pasal per pasal Undang-Undang Perlindungan Data Pribadi ini sangat penting artinya ada di Republik ini untuk melindungi kerahasiaan daripada data-data yang kita miliki.
Furthermore, Supriyansa mentions with the increasing number of data breach cases recently, UU PDP can become a solution and reference for the community to take legal actions as victims of data breach. Rifki Magdudi, TVR Parlemen, report. Everything you need to know about the museums in Jakarta right after the break. Returning for the 8th time in Galeri Nasional, Manifesto, the 8th Transposisi features contemporary artwork in various media by some of Indonesia's most respected artists. In 1984, Museum of National Awakening was established in the building of the Dutch Medical School. The building displays items related to the rise of Indonesian national awareness, including medical tools and furniture of the school building. In this museum building, the 8th edition of Manifesto, a biannual national art exhibition, displayed selected artworks by contemporary Indonesian artists alongside regular venue of Indonesian National Gallery. The Manifesto event originated from the spirit of the National Awakening movements, with its first exhibitions held in 2008, a century after the movement birth. Manifesto aimed to encourage authors to think outside the box and explore new ideas and approaches in creating their works. It also aimed to challenge the audience's perception and expectations of what art is and can be. The exhibition featured a wide variety of art forms, including paintings, sculptures, installations, and multimedia works. Some of the artworks on display were inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on society, while others explored topics such as identity, social justice, and environmental issues. The National Gallery of Indonesia Manifesto 8 Transposisi was part of the National Gallery's ongoing effort to promote and support contemporary Indonesian art and culture. It provided a platform for artists to showcase their talents and share their perspectives with a wider audience. Visitors are free to explore and examine connections between visual presentation with conceptual reactions. The wide range of artworks in the exhibition reflects the complexities of society as told through art. There have been 7 presidents in Indonesia's 77-year journey as an independent nation, and museum located in Bogor, West Java is a great starting point to learn about them. Balai Kirti Museum is part of the Bogor Palace compound. Balai Kirti, a 3-story glass building, is situated on the left side of the spacious presidential palace. The Sanskrit word Kirti means a room of glory for heroes. Therefore, Balai Kirti is a memorial house in honor of the great services rendered by special heroes, in this case 6 former Indonesian presidents: Sukarno, Suharto, B.J. Habibie, Abdurrahman Wahid, Megawati Soekarno Putri, and Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono. Apart from the 6 presidents' biographies, Balai Kirti also displays the history of Indonesia's struggle for independence. The ground floor illustrates the nation's journey. The second floor of Balai Kirti presents various presidential memorabilia. Visitors can also find replicas of presidential offices complete with their chairs they sat on, as they determine state policies. The walls on the second floor feature videos and interactive digital albums, inviting visitors to surf the audiovisual world. The museum collection consists of various items related to the Indonesian presidents, including their personal belongings, photographs, and historical documents. The museum also displays exhibits related to the history of Indonesia, such as country's struggle for independence and its political and economic development. In addition to exhibits, the museum also features a library and a research center open to the public. These facilities provide resources for researchers and scholars who are interested in Indonesian history and politics. Overall, the Museum of President is an important institution in Indonesia for preserving the country's political and cultural heritage. It offers visitors a unique opportunity to learn about the country's history and the lives of its presidents, as well as providing a space for research and study of Indonesian politics and culture. The National Museum of Indonesia is now developing an immersive room, utilizing immersive technology to create interactive experiences for visitors. This installation enables illusion on the walls and floors, creating moving images equipped with sound systems. National Museum, also called Elephant Museum due to the iconic elephant statue at its front yard, is one of the most popular educational tourist destinations in Indonesia. It was the first and biggest museum in Southeast Asia. One of the popular exhibitions at the museum is the Immersive exhibition, designed to provide visitors with an immersive experience of Indonesia's history and culture. The Immersive exhibition features a range of multimedia displays including videos, soundscapes, and interactive installations bringing to life the story of Indonesia's past and present. Visitors can learn about Indonesian traditions, explore its diverse landscapes, and discover the significance of historical artifacts. The Immersive exhibition is divided into several galleries, each focusing on different themes such as history of archipelago, diversity of Indonesian cultures, and the country's natural resources. The galleries feature a range of multimedia displays including video projections, interactive installations, and soundscapes with technology to create an immersive experience for visitors. One of the highlights of the exhibition is the virtual reality experience, allowing visitors to explore the Borobudur Temple in 3 dimensions. Visitors can also interact with digital displays to learn more about the country's flora and fauna. The immersive exhibition is a must visit for anyone interested in learning about Indonesia culture heritage in an engaging and interactive way. And that's the House News for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of House News only on TVR Parlemen.